Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to create a basic web page with node.js and express.js. As you can see, I created a workspace on Cloud9 and it's just a blank workspace with basically nothing in it. So to start off, we're going to do the command npm install and then the version number for git. So this basically installs git inode onto your computer. And next we're going to do npm install express, and we're also going to install EJS, which is a sort of like a combination of HTML and JavaScript. And next we're going to create 3 files, one called server.js, which is sort of like where you put all of your routes together. And I'm going to create 2 files, one called routes and the other is going to call views. Oops, that's a file. And I'm going to create a folder called views. So next in our server.js, we're going to get the express and set up the route for our index, which we're going to create here. So to start off, we're going to do const express is equals to require express. And then we're going to get app, const app, which is equals to express. So it's easier for us to type also. And next we're going to do app.set port. We're going to set the port which it is going to run on to process.end.port capital, or we can just run on process.end.ip. And we're also going to set our view engine at .set view engine to EJS. Later I'll show you guys EJS is actually a very good view engine, and we're going to set var port is equals to process.end.port or 3000. And finally we're going to do app.listen port and then function console.log, so it tells us that node is actually running on the port, and there we go. So next we're going to create 2 files in routes and views, both called index, and for routes I'm going to call it index.js, and for views I'm going to call it index.ejs. So let's start with the index.js file. So in our index.js file, we're going to have express again. Express is equal to require express. And now we're going to use something called a router, which sort of like exports your code into your server.js. Is equals to express.router. And we're going to say router.get. So this is the link. So this will have nothing after the link. And then function, request, and response. And we're going to say that response.render, something we're going to create in views, which is the index.ejs. So we're going to say it's going to render index. And finally, we need to export the router. So module.export equals to router. And that exports the router into our server.js. But also in our server.js, we need to get the file. So I'm going to say const index is equals to require this file in routes and then index. There's no need to put the .js because it automatically processes it as a JavaScript file. And now we're going to say app.use. So if we get this link, we're going to render the index file. And finally, because we're rendering the index.ejs file, we also need to put something in it. So for now, I'm just going to put header and then hello world. And let's see how this works. So to run the program, we're just going to type node and then server.js. And let's see it in the Cloud9 platform. Open the app. And as you can see, hello world successfully rendered. But many of you might ask, what is the use of EJS? So for EJS, say if we want to render some data from the JavaScript file into the EJS file, we can do data, and then let's think of something. Welcome to the world of Node and Express. And if we want to render that into our EJS file, all we have to do is to, let's do a heading 3 here. All we have to do is to do this, and then what data we sent, and close it. That's all we have to do. And let's run it again. Node server.js and refresh. And as you can see, the data we sent from our .js file successfully rendered onto the EJS file. Alright, that's it for the basics of creating a web page with Node and express.js. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.